There was a young woman named Adamma who got married to the love of her life, and they were immediately blessed with a child. The day they welcomed their baby, they were filled with joy, and she was named Nkem. The news of the baby's arrival spread quickly, and soon neighbors, friends, and relatives flocked to Adamma's home to congratulate her and see the child whose beauty was already the talk of the village. Adamma was overjoyed. Nkem had her mother's sparkling eyes and resemblance. Everyone who visited marveled at the child, showering her with blessings and gifts. Among the visitors was Adamma's childhood friend, Chizoba. Chizoba had always been close to Adamma, but beneath her friendly appearances, she carried a heavy burden of bitterness and jealousy towards Adamma. Although life hadn't been kind to Chizoba, she had struggled with loneliness and heartbreaks, and as the years passed, her envy grew towards those who seemed to have what she lacked. When Chizoba arrived at Adamma's home, she joined in the celebrations, smiling and congratulating her friend. But inside, her heart burned with jealousy. As others danced with happiness over Nkem, Chizoba couldn't help but feel a deep resentment. Why should Adamma have such happiness while she remained alone and unloved? She asked herself. So later that evening, when everyone had gone back to their houses, Adamma stepped out briefly to attend to a chore, leaving her newborn Nkem in the care of her friend Chizoba. So Chizoba saw her chance. She stood over the sleeping baby, and her emotions were boiling over. With trembling hands, she reached out and gently touched Nkem's forehead, tracing a small, almost subtle mark on her forehead. Then, in a low, trembling voice, she whispered words that carried the weight of her pain and envy. She said, "You will grow up beautiful, more beautiful than any other. But should anyone come to marry you, you will lose your mind and become just like me, alone and cursed." So the room grew unusually quiet, as though the very air had been disturbed by the dark pronouncement. Chizoba quickly withdrew her hand and sat down. Her heart was pounding. Moments later, Adamma returned, ignorant of what had happened to her daughter. So the evening continued without any incident at all. As the years passed, Nkem grew into a stunning young woman, her beauty drawing admiration wherever she went. Yet, as she matured, strange things began to happen to her. Whenever a suitor expressed interest in marrying her, something inexplicable would happen. Nkem would fall into a trance-like state, speaking in strange languages and behaving as though she was possessed. Then the suitors, frightened and confused, would withdraw their proposals, leaving Nkem heartbroken and bewildered. Adamma was devastated, unable to understand what plagued her beloved daughter. She sought help from elders, healers, and priests, but none could find a cure. Nkem's condition became the subject of whispers and rumors, and her once bright future seemed covered in thick darkness. One day, an old priestess named Ezinne came to the village. She was known for her wisdom and ability to uncover hidden truths. Desperate, Adamma invited her into their home and shared Nkem's plight. The priestess listened intently, then asked to see Nkem. When Ezinne looked into Nkem's eyes, she saw the shadow of a curse. Placing her hands on the young woman's head, she closed her eyes and began to chant. Suddenly, she stopped and turned to Adamma. This is not a sickness of the body or mind. It is a mark placed by someone consumed by envy. So she asked her, who among those who visited you when Nkem was born might have harbored such feelings? Adama was stunned. She thought back to that joyful time and the many visitors who had come to see Nkem. Adama never suspected her best friend Chizoba, but the priestess revealed to her that it was her best friend who placed a curse on her daughter. Adama's heart sank as realization dawned on her. So under the priestess's guidance, Adama confronted Chizoba. At first, Chizoba denied everything, but as Adama pleaded and the priestess chanted prayers, tears streaming down her face, she now confessed of her jealousy and the curse she has placed on Nkem. She said, I was blinded by my pain. I never meant for it to go this far. The priestess instructed Chizoba to lift the cross immediately. However, the priestess warned Chizoba, when you unleashed this curse, you tied it to your own soul. Now that it is lifted, the burden of your envy will return to you 100-fold. So as the rites were completed, Nkem's spirit seemed brightened, and the strange episodes ceased. Over time, she found love and happiness, her life blossoming as it was meant to be. But Chizoba's fate was already sealed. The envy she had unleashed consumed her entirely, and she began to experience the madness she had once wished upon Nkem. Unable to find peace, she wandered the village, muttering to herself and lamented her actions. The villagers, though pitying her, avoided her completely, for her presence seemed to bring a shadow wherever she went. So this story is just to open our eyes to some of the wickedness that unfortunately happens to innocent people just because of ignorance. Whenever you have a newborn, know the people that touch your baby, and it's very important to always speak over your children before they begin to meet the world. In as much as we can't fully control things, let's try as much as we can to control the ones within our power. I hope you got the message in this story. Please kindly share to your friends and family members. If you've had any form of experience, kindly share with us in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed this story today. Kindly like, subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye.